bring you back in time, back in history? And staff from the Lakewood Ranch Premier Sports Campus tell me they're not just showcasing the players during tournaments like this one, they're showcasing the whole community. And many of those people end up right here on the Lakewood Ranch Main Street. Then label envelopes with categories like food, bills, and entertainment. Put cash in these envelopes and don't spend more than you've allotted. An important thing with Sarasota is that this, as you mentioned, is Bull's 4th year. This is really his team and the way he really wants to run it, which I know is key. And obviously they're winning a couple of games. It looks like it's working out. You saw Manatee was at a disadvantage early on, losing their starting quarterback Josh Meyer to a confirmed dislocated shoulder. Later on in the first quarter, Manatee with the ball, and Trayvon Walters, you will hear that name a lot tonight, coming off an ankle injury. Big gain for the Hurricanes, driving down the field, and going too slow could cost you a pretty penny. You're looking at a $60 fine for those who are caught going 10 miles under the speed limit. Go ahead and step aside while you take a look and see that these crews are starting to clean up the Ponce de Leon bridge that was damaged when the bed of the junk truck hit the bridge early this morning. If you want to go ahead and also take a look, you see that southbound I-75 is just completely empty. All of the traffic is blocked from River Road to Sumter Boulevard because of this accident. And for more on this, I will bring in Trooper Ken Watson of the Florida Highway Patrol. Just give us a little bit more information about what happened this morning. So we will see what the Rays do on this road trip. It's an important one. Got to win every game, it seems like.
They do, because that division is so tough.
It is very tough. Before you know it, it's going to be October, so it's important to win now.
That's right.
This is perhaps the very best time of the year. College football has started. We got our first taste of the 2013 season last night, but things really get started this weekend. Willie Taggart will make his debut with the Bulls Saturday night as they take on McNeese State. And the Florida Gators, in the heat of the day, will face Toledo in the Swamp. And Florida State on the road, big one for the Seminoles as they face Pittsburgh on Labor Day. Though it's in just the beginning stages, the plan is to extend the Legacy Trail all the way to Payne Park. And although some are for it, some say, I don't want the trail in my backyard. And I did speak with the JD Byrider driver, and he said that's probably almost their biggest rival is the WHM boat, which has also had a lot of success. So it'll be good to see those two running up against each other. Bucs fans who've had some criticism over Josh Freeman, well, here's your backup Mike Glennon. And guys, really not too many Bucs highlights for you. In the first, Redskins' Pat White passed a former Buccaneer Desmond Briscoe for 66 yards. Washington would later score on that drive, and to make matters worse, Bucs tight end Tom Crabtree, attempting to clear a hole from Mike James, injured his right ankle, carted off the field, later diagnosed as a high ankle sprain. You'll see former Gator Ahmad Black trying to make a play, finally getting Evan Royster to go down. This one wasn't pretty. Bucs losing 30-12.
I couldn't remember what he looked like until I seen the picture, and then it was like a flashback.
Annika Patterson is a happy 6-year-old girl, now walking and talking. Two things doctors said this little girl would never do again. December 19th, 2012, Annika, her mother, and 2 brothers were in a terrible car accident that left Annika with a large open skull fracture. Against all odds, Annika survived, and on Monday she met the man responsible for saving her life.
She wouldn't be doing that great if it wasn't for you being there that morning. Thank you.
I'm so happy to see
Mama, look it.
You're an angel from heaven.
On his way to work, Longboat Key firefighter Brian Kalisa stopped at the scene of the accident, providing immediate care and CPR to Annika. He's the man they call Annika's guardian angel.
He's an angel. Like, I love that man to death, and I don't even know him. I'd give my life for him because he saved her life.
I didn't feel pulse. She wanted breathing for me. So I did chest compressions for about a minute, 2 minutes, and spontaneously she started breathing again. And I saw some movement in her hand, which gave me some great joy. And so I just kind of sustained C-spine, so make sure if she had a spinal injury, that we could minimize that.
How you doing, sweetheart? Hi. Oh. Paramedic Mackin and I then secured her on a long...
Annika was then aided by 2 Manatee County EMS who kept her alive when they inserted a breathing tube before she was airlifted to All Children's Hospital. Annika spent months in the hospital learning how to perform daily tasks all over again, like walking, talking, and eating, but she made it.
just knowing that with the help of everyone, that we could allow her to fulfill whatever she wants to do. That's really the best feeling ever.
Reporting on Longboat Key, I'm Amber Stidham, SNN Local News.
Yeah, there's a gate. If you get her around that fence, there's a gate to the overpass apartment.
This wasn't your typical traffic jam along US 41 in Palmetto Monday morning.
We're in the area overpass. Kind of got it confined over here.
That's about 8 law enforcement cars herding a cow. After escaping from a nearby pasture, she trotted her way to the overpass apartments, where she was eventually corralled, but this was only the start of the rodeo.
She's safe now. Everybody's safe.
And this one wasn't too friendly.
We're gonna have a livestock trailer coming from the county jail. They're gonna try to coax it into the trailer and put them there. And if that doesn't work, we might have to tranquilize it because it's a little grumpy.
You could say it takes a village to lure a cow. With assistance from Manatee County Sheriff's Department, Palmetto PD, ranchers, cowboys, and even a few inmates jumped in the ring. It took about 10 minutes after tranquilizing the cow before they were able to calm her down and get her on the trailer. Turns out this cow was just being a good mother.
When you move them, you don't get the calves with them. They'll tear out and go back or try to go back. She just got confused which way to go.
Finally getting this cow home sweet home. Reporting in Palmetto, I'm Amber Stidham, SNN Local News. They may only be in their second season, but the Sarasota Military Academy boys wrestling team is determined to make a name for themselves. With 38 years of coaching experience under his belt, Coach Ron Jones is up for the challenge, and he'll admit it helps having juniors Connor Steinfeld and Billy Sadlow on the team, who both went 8-1 at the Southeast Tournament last weekend.
We've got 2 guys in there that can wrestle on any team, such as Connor Steinfeld and Billy Sadlow. They're both, to me, are state contenders this year. So we'll know in about 5 weeks if that comes true.
Steinfeld and Sadlow are the only SMA wrestlers with experience, becoming leaders on the team.
Kids will come up to me on the team automatically and ask me, what should I do here in the match, what should I do there? And basically we just tell them what we did. We kind of take your lumps, you wrestle through it, and you learn from being live wrestling, so just being on the mat helps you.
One aspect Jones considers a difference maker is the discipline of a military school. And this is a brand new wrestling room. It was only finished about 1 month ago, and it was built and designed by the wrestlers themselves. And for Jones, the future is bright.
We are excited about the next few years because once these kids get a few years under the belt, they're going to be real good, and we'll be a force to reckon with.
At Sarasota Military Academy with the CF Industries Team of the Week, I'm Amber Stidham.
They were right there.
The animals were left without food or water. On Wednesday morning, Manatee County Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to an abandoned home in the 3800 block of 38th Avenue East. That's where Sergeant Ron Hendrickson says they found several animals in unlivable conditions.
There are some pigs, some sheep, a little baby lamb, some chickens.
Investigators took pictures throughout the property, including the very back, where they found a deceased pig in a pen. Neighbors tell us this is not the first time there's been problems with dead animals on this property. They say there was an incident with a horse and a dog.
I don't know what the specifics are on those calls, nor do I know what the outcome was, but I know, yes, there was calls here.
And to make matters worse, authorities discovered what they called the largest hornet's nest they've ever seen. While the investigation is still underway, deputies say their first priority is getting the animals the help they need.
Animal Services will wind up taking the dogs that are on our property. Sheriff's Office, we don't really have facilities to house dogs, so they'll help us out with that, and they'll take the dogs. The livestock will go to the Sheriff's Office. We'll take it up there, and then we'll impound all the animals.
Reporting in Manatee County, I'm Amber Stidham, SNN Local News.